Have you ever felt like building real wealth is just for other people? Well, we're about to dive into how financial success isn't about some grand, sweeping gesture. It's actually all about the tiny, consistent money habits you can literally start today. So, let's start with a really common myth. Do you think you need a massive salary, a brilliant startup idea, or maybe a lucky inheritance to get rich? That's the exact kind of thinking that stops most people dead in their tracks before they even start. But the truth? It's something else entirely. Real, lasting financial success almost never happens overnight. It's not about winning the lottery. It's about something way more powerful and way more reliable. All right, so let's really tear this myth apart. The secret to building wealth isn't hiding in some flashy headline or one big stock pick. Nope, it's built quietly, day by day, through the small choices that multiply over time. And the secret sauce behind all of this? It's a little concept called compounding. And listen, this isn't just for your 401k. It applies to your habits, your knowledge, your mindset. Every small positive choice you make builds on the last one. But here's the catch. So do the small mistakes. And the difference between the two, after a few years, it's absolutely staggering. So let's get into the simple math that makes all of this possible. It's a deceptively simple idea, but honestly, it might be one of the most powerful concepts you'll ever encounter in your financial life. The key here isn't some dramatic, life-altering change. Forget that. The goal is way simpler. Just try to get 1% better. That's it. A tiny, almost unnoticeable improvement, but you do it every single day. And here is where things get kind of mind-blowing. If you get just 1% better each day, that growth multiplies. By the end of a single year, you're not just 365% better, you are 37 times better. That is the incredible exponential power of compounding at work. Okay, so we've got the why down. Now for the fun part, the how. What are some of these simple, super low-effort habits you can start doing, well, right now? The real trick is to start with habits that are, too small to fail. First up, just track your spending. Seriously, just knowing where the money's going is often enough to make you change your behavior. Second, automate your savings. Get it out of your hands so it happens without you even thinking. And third, for any non-essential purchase you're thinking about, just give it 24 hours. That little pause is your best defense against impulse buys. And honestly, the list just goes on and on. You could check your bank account every day, use an app that rounds up your purchases, start investing with literally $1, cancel one subscription you forgot you had, or just do a quick 5-minute money check-in once a week. They're all tiny little doors to a much better financial future. This quote just nails it, especially when we're talking about automating your savings. Forget trying to save $100 a month if that feels like too much. Start with $5. Heck, start with $1. The amount at the beginning is almost irrelevant. The real victory is building the habit, making it consistent and automatic. Okay, let's switch gears a little and talk about your brain. Because making these habits actually stick isn't just about what you do. It's about how you see yourself. It's about rewiring your mind for success. This right here, this is a huge mental shift. A goal is something you work toward, but an identity is who you are. So instead of saying, I want to save money, you start telling yourself, I am a responsible money manager. When your identity shifts, your actions just naturally fall in line. You stop fighting yourself and you just start being. And here's another awesome psychological hack. Rig the game in your favor. Shape your environment so that making good choices is the easiest possible path. Put your savings app on your phone's home screen. Unsubscribe from all those tempting store emails. Maybe even hide your credit cards for a while. Design your world to support the person you want to become. So, let's bring this all home. The real challenge here isn't just starting these habits. It's having the patience to stick with them. It's about understanding that the biggest rewards, the life-changing ones, come from playing the long game. Think about it like planting a seed. For weeks, maybe even longer, it looks like nothing is happening. All the important growth is happening underground where you can't see a thing. And it's so easy to get discouraged and think it's not working. But beneath the surface, something powerful is happening. A foundation is being built. Your tiny habits, saving that $5, waiting 24 hours on a purchase, they're all growing roots, creating a strong base for all the growth that's about to come. And then, eventually, boom, that hidden growth just breaks through the surface. Your consistency explodes into success you can actually see. Suddenly, that emergency fund is full. Your investment account is actually growing. The debt is gone. The progress becomes undeniable. So remember this. Every single big financial achievement started as a small, almost insignificant habit. Wealth always starts small, but with consistency and a little bit of time, it never ever stays that way.
And that leaves us with one final question. Let's forget the 5-year plan for just a second. What is the one tiny thing, something so easy you can't possibly fail at it, that you can do today to get your own journey started?